Hey guys, it's Dan here again, and we're really pumping along on this rule set build, but geez, it's turning into a much bigger job than I had originally planned to do. But that's okay. We've gotten into it, and we're going to stick it through for a bit longer yet. We can see here we've got some classes in our rule set. Here's two example ones: Eliminator and Infiltrator. And we can see that we've got some other information here, such as saving throws, combat training, skill training, and combat machine. So combat machine is a unique skill for this class. So these other ones, prime, saving, combat, and skill, we've got the same headings or sets of data on all the skills, but this is actually a special skill. So combat machine will cover identities, and there are other ones, network of informants, gearhead. So we've got lots of different classes have got different special skills here. So we've got to work out how to put those onto the character sheet. So we already have skills down here. We've got our saving throw rolling mechanism here, but I think we need a couple of lines for a saving throw description. We need a couple of lines for combat training. Now combat training can probably go on the inventory tab, and then we need a few lines for our special skill. Now, what I'm thinking then is that I'm going to move weapons and skills right back up to the top, and I'm going to put the other things, the other two items, your special skill and your combat training, or saving throws. Sorry, saving throws on this one. On this tab, but at the bottom, and we'll put the combat training over here with our inventory. Alright, so let's do the first part of that now. Jumping into our Ruleset Wizard, we no longer need this tab, that one's actually done. What we need to do is, on our inventory tab, we probably want to put a frame behind these. So the frame that we were using, let's grab icon image. We're going to make it 390 wide. Going to make it 40 high is good. It's going to be 0 offset on the left, and offset on the right is going to be 355 from the top. Okay, it needs to go behind these data fields. It also needs to be designer locked. It needs to have a frame, which is going to be frame squared. I think frame squared should be in frame, and its name will just be let's call it money frame. It's not just money frame, it's also the frame shows the encumbrance total, but it just needs a name. No one will ever see that name. Just needs to matter, just needs to be there for us. Okay, and it does mean that these objects need to move down a little bit so that they're in the center of that frame. Perfect. We'll lock that, and we'll lock that. Okay. Next part we wanted to put on here was our combat training, which just tells us like they're trained in knives, revolvers, semi-auto pistols, tasers, grenades, submachine guns. Some of them have a lot more info in here than others, but let's get that info in, and it's called combat training. So I think we probably want to have a frame with that nice label on there. Let's do that quickly. We can just reuse this one. We will duplicate that layer, hide the first one, edit this one, combat training, file, export as combat training frame. We could probably just call it CTFrame. I was a bit worried because there's a CT box, but CTFrame should be safe to use. Export. These images are actually super lightweight. They're only a couple of kilobytes in size, so don't worry that we're filling up with lots of weighty images in this rule set. It's still very, very lightweight for a sec. The risk with formatted text is that there's other formatting characters inserted in there, and if we ever need to pass this information to automatically set the trained untrained values on the weapons, I think it's better if we just set this as a string field. But we can still do some funky stuff here. I think if we go string field, we can still set a frame, CTFrame, 390 wide. Height, we're going to make it say 120. It's probably way too high for our needs. Empty text, multi-line, 4, can grow no, but it is multi-line. What else do we need here? We probably want some padding, some frame offset. We want to be 5 from the left, 25 from the top, 5 from the right, 10 from the bottom. Y position is going to be a little higher than that. So, sorry, X position is going to be 0. And the Y position, let's try 405. Very close indeed. I don't know about this. We don't want the underline. See what happens when we push this, see if we can do multi-line text in here. Okay, let's publish it. Oh, we didn't give it a name. Combat training. Let's publish it again. Okay, looks like I might have got the order here out of alignment. It looks like this is sitting on top of my other items. We better fix that. But what we want to check is if this combat training is going to work properly, and first glance is it's not. Haha, that multi-line spacing does not work. So let's go and see if we can fix that up and fix the load order here up. Interesting. Money frame is below these other items. Why are they not visible? It's confusing me a little bit. Let's unlock this. Move it so it's overlapping a bit so we can see if it's hiding behind. We'll be able to see a little bit of it then. Now, combat training, we totally messed this up. Let's try 24 there instead of 4. And we publish that. Inventory. Yeah, for some reason it is above, these fields are above that one and below this one. So let's fix that up. And this is good, but 24 is probably too big also. We can make that a bit smaller. Also, we definitely have too many lines here, but until we need that space, we won't worry about that. But let's recover some space here in the multi-line stuff. Okay, inventory frame, money frame. Money frame, we need it to be so strange. unlock this and move it back below those fields. Coin amount 1, let's unlock that, push it all the way up where the other ones are. So strange. This has got me very confused. Okay, this one, let's go 20 pixels for the line spacing. That should be enough. Let's push again. It's done it again. I am confused what's going on here. I'm going to, I know that this stuff was appearing over this frame, so I'm going to nuke this frame. Let's get its measurements. 0, 3, 5, 5, 40 tall. Let's unlock it. Let's delete it. Let's grab this frame. Let's duplicate it. Drop it right down. Let's set it now to 40 tall. I think it was 355. And it was called the money frame. And at the moment it's sitting over this, which I'd expect because it's way down here at the top. So let's send it back. I reckon there's just something glitching in there and it just wasn't reading that properly. I hope this works. It still doesn't work. Okay, I'm going to have to work on that one offline. Let's wrap this video up. I'll see if I can dot that out, and I'm sure it's just something small. Maybe I've made an error in there somewhere.